Welcome to the Metals Investment Forum. We're continuing with Claudia Tornquist, CEO of Kodiak Copper. Claudia, welcome.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you mentioned a little bit about in the presentation. So you have the same technical team as the Great Bear, and you're very excited about this current drilling program. Can you explain to us more?
Yes, well, our technical team, the key name to mention is Chris Taylor, who is the founder of Great Bear and leads their technical program. He is also the founder of Kodiak and is very much involved on the technical side in our exploration work as well. What many people don't know is that Chris's background is actually in porphyry copper, which is what Kodiak is doing. That's where he honed his skills as a geologist, the first 10 or so years of his career. And so that's really his home turf. And yeah, as I said, he's very much involved in our work.
Yes, from the chart, looks like this is a better target as you drilled before. That's going to be a very exciting time. You are still drilling right now. And when are you going to release the data? And what's your plan? You're going to get it as soon as you get one batch you're coming out, or you plan to release it at the one batch?
We'll probably release results in several batches. Where we stand now is we're approximately, well, we're almost halfway through the program. We have 4,000 meters planned, and yeah, at the moment, just under 50%. All going well, and the first core has gone to the lab, so we expect the first results in late August, and likely we will release 1 or 2 holes together, and then later another batch of results. So it will come in several stages from late August onwards, then September and Q3.
Wow, good. That's a very exciting time. We were talking about the drilling last year, and then finally everything come out. Kudos to you guys with all these problem, with COVID, and then you get everything still going as planned. That's excellent. A lot of company got delayed and get into sidetrack.
Yeah. We're very good that way because the project is so accessible and not remote without any camps. Our drillers partly literally drive home at the end of the shift, and that makes it so much easier to work in times like these where you have to socially distance, etc. So yeah, very fortunate about the location of our project that enabled us to just motor ahead as planned.
Excellent. So your project compared with others, you're very easy to accessible in BC as very easy to get to. And then what kind of a grade do you looking for compare with your neighbors and other successful copper exploration company in your area?
Well, when we drilled our maiden drill program and our discovery hole, we had an overall intercept of 760 meters of 0.28% copper equivalent. And when we look at this, that's obviously then the best comparator is the mines in the vicinity. And we're fortunate in that we have Copper Mountain, a mine with very similar geology right next door, 30 kilometers down the road. And so they give us a good benchmark of what economic mineralization would look like. Their mined grade, their reserve grade is 0.24% copper. And so when we looked at our 0.28% copper equivalent, that gave us a lot of confidence. And what gave us even more confidence is that within our long mineralized intercept, we had much higher grade sections, for example, 100 meters of 0.68% copper equivalent, and that bodes obviously well for future economics.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And then my understanding from you also had some gold discovery. Can you discuss about that?
That's a good question, and that's actually an interesting new aspect to our project. Based on our geophysics work that we did earlier this year in April, we prioritized some gold trends in the eastern part of our project, East Dillard. That's an area where Placer Dome in the past did some sampling and trenching for gold and had some really good results. Their best trench result was 231 grams per ton of gold over 1.5 meters. That's an excellent result. That was in the 90s and not followed up then any further. And when we looked at this again with our new geophysics, that led us to prioritize this area. And we've just been there and done some rock and soil sampling to follow up on these good results in the past. And that's also some results that we expect around the same time as our first drill results, late August. So that could be very interesting. That's a gold angle to the project, if you will.
Excellent. In the next month or two, you will have both your drilling results and then this new gold discover soil sampling results, right? So that's a very interesting time. Do you want to also touch a little bit about your other project you have, Mojave project?
Yep, the Mojave project is the second project on our to-do list. It's down in Arizona. At the moment, we are fully focused and we have our hands full with our MPD project over the summer. But Mojave is just one step behind MPD. It has equally as much discovery potential. It's also a large porphyry project. And we are hoping to be back on the ground there in the autumn and or winter and do a exploration program and commence drilling as well.
Well, excellent. So hopefully we'll hear more good news from you. So finally, do you like to touch up with your current share structure? I understand you did this consolidations. You have a very tight share structure at this moment, right? So your market cap as well as share structure.
Yes, well, as you mentioned, we did a rollback earlier this year, which was very well received by our shareholders. I had lots of positive feedback from there. And we are now have a nice and tight share structure with less than 37 million shares outstanding. And hopefully that should set us up well for a good run in our share price when we get good results.
All right, great. It looks like you have a very exciting time in the next month and good luck. I sure hope to hear good news from you.
Thank you, Chen.